here cooking. Chef Dave. We're gonna make a nice little pizza pie here. Just add a little bit of salt, water, flour, a little bit of garlic. Mix it up for about 10 minutes before you put it in the oven here. Next, what you want to do, once you get your dough at the right consistency here, you don't want it too floury. Bring it over. Here's a little trick. You boil a couple pots of water here. Once you get to your oven, lukewarm, about 100 degrees, because you don't want to cook this thing. You just want the bacteria, or whatever that yeast is, to do its work, make the dough rise. Next, I like to get a damp rag. It doesn't have to be soaking wet. I just like it damp. This way, keeps the moisture in. What you want to do is cover this pot. Try to do this while holding the camera. Like that. You just lay it over top. That goes in your oven. Now the water's boiling. Turn these off. You want to turn your oven off too. Like I said, you don't want to cook it. And you just place these in your oven. This is what's going to keep the temperature nice for the yeast to rise. Grab your pot. Put it all up in there. And then you let it sit. And then you check on it in about, I don't know, half hour. You have to do this a couple times. Okay, while we wait for this dough to rise, what you could do is start working on your pizza sauce. As you can see, I got here one of these. You've seen these on like Rachel Ray and Emerald and stuff. Fancy containers you put your seasoning in. High class stuff, for people that like to shop at Tiffany's and all that stuff. Keeping up with a certain somebody. Black tie events. But anyway, getting back to this cooking. Right here, I chopped up some fresh parsley. I took it off the stems. Chopped it up real nice. I'm going to put that in my sauce. And one thing about parsley, you go to the store, it's only about $1 for a big bushel. Keep it in water, container with water, in your refrigerator with a plastic bag over. That's another little secret I gave you guys. It lasts for weeks and weeks. It's fresh. It's like, it grows like a plant. But over here in my pot, I got for about $2. I thought it was going to work like a $2 pot, but it turns out to be one of the best pots I have. I had it for a while now. I got my sauce in there. It's puree, paste, garlic, a little bit of sugar, paprika, salt, bunch of stuff. Like in the beginning, I'm not going to give you my trade secrets on the mixtures here because not everybody can be a top chef like me. Some people try, but most people fail. But, we're going to be mixing it up. Like I said, I'll throw a little bit of parsley. I'll show you the parsley and the thing. I'll put it in this fancy bowl like they do on TV. Throw it in here. But that's closer to game time. Once this dough rises, we roll it out. Because we still have to do the cheese, grate the cheese. You could be lazy and just go buy the cheese already grated. But, hey, when you got to cook, you got to mix it up a little bit. You got to do things differently. All right. As you can see, my $2 pot's gone. Stuck it in the refrigerator with the parsley. That's gone too. I got new stuff there I'll get to in a minute. But I like to get that out of the way, chop it up. This way it's something less you got to clean up. And doesn't hurt. You just stick it in the refrigerator, and then that's one less thing you have to worry about prepping. It's already done, over with. When it's ready to use, like I said, closer to game time, then, you just whip it out, throw it on there real fast, bada bing, bada boom, ready to roll. But right now we're going to check to see if this dough rose here, or rise, I don't know the proper English. I know math, I really don't know English. But hold on a second here, this phone keeps blowing up voicemails and everything. Wonder who it is. Who voicemail? Who's trying to call me here? Ah, look at that. Washington. Maybe it's the president. Wants me to cook for one of his parties or something. I don't know. Maybe he heard about me. But anyway, let's get back to this oven here. Let's see if it worked. You see, there's the pot and the other pots. So you can't really see them back here. And then my pizza stone I got up there, that helps too to keep this oven warm. But if we did everything right, it should be at least 2 or 3 times the size of when we started. So let's see here. It's like Christmas, opening up the present here. So, as you can see, it did. Look at that baby rise. Man, you just want to get a spoon and start eating it, I bet. But calm down, ladies. It's almost ready. Only a matter of time before we finish this. But what you're going to do now that it rose, you want to poke a couple holes, you know, flatten it back down again. You know, hands. Make sure you clean your hands. I use Palmolive. You know, kills 99.9% of germs. But you just poke it, you know what I mean? Poke it down. As you can see, it's sticking to my finger. Sometimes it's a good idea to get a little flour on your hands. And then you just, like I said, I lined the pot with some olive oil to help it non-stick. Once you do that, you know, like I said, I like to, what I'll do is bring this over to the station. Throw a little flour in there. Helps out a little bit when you smash it down so it doesn't stick to your hands. It's kind of hard doing this one-handed here. But once that's all said and done, what you're going to do is, oh, it feels warm. Maybe too warm. Put it back in the oven. Cover it back up. Place it back in the oven. But what I've seen over here, what I got for the next stage, once this rises again for the final time, you got your, you know, one of these containers again. Put my flour, which right now this surface is already prepped with extra virgin. Not regular olive oil, extra virgin olive oil. You know, I got this fancy container here for the ladies. They kind of like that, I think. You know, that's you know, it dazzles them right off their feet. But what you're going to do is you line, you know, spread some nice olive oil already on this. Then you get some flour, sprinkle it before we roll out the dough and beat it up on here. But that's later on. But right now, let's cover this back up and put it in the oven for another round. But what I've also wanted to tell you, I like to boil this water again before I put it back in there. This way, the heat, you know, keeps it going, helps it rise better. So, see you at the next step. Okay, folks, we're back. I pulled the dough out, and as you can see, it's not in the pot anymore because I dumped it up on here on this table so we could, you know, start beating it up. Not like you're beating someone up, you know, but, you know, you just fluff it around a little bit. Well, like I said, I got the extra virgin olive oil on the ground here on this mat. Sprinkle a little flour, non-stick, through the thing. Now what you want to do is you want to just, you know, punch it. Oh, I put olive oil on my hand so, you know, help with the non-stick issue. You know, like a pan. Non-stick. And what you want to do is, I guess it's kind of tough to do it with one hand, but it bees with the bees, I guess. But you just punch it. It's called kneading the dough, I think this is called. I just call it beating up. Beating it up. Put a little bit more flour on. Sprinkle the front. Just like that. You know what I mean? It's a good box of practice here. Just gonna do it a few times, you know, you don't have to kill the thing. That's good. Sprinkle a little bit more flour on top for the non-sticking part. And there you have it. There's your pizza dough, which is, you know, slap it around a little bit here or there. Give you a little practice for something else, I guess. I don't know. But, yeah, there's your dough. And, so the next step is going to be to roll it out on the pizza tray. You know, make the shape, whether you like a crust, you know, real thin, crispy crust, or you want it thick, or whatever, you know, and Oh, this little thing in the corner is Goya, all-purpose seasoning. Another one of my good friends, he's also a top chef, Gary. Not Gary, ladies, Carrie. He recommended me this. This isn't in the pizza though. I bought that today. I gotta try it, see what it tastes like. But yeah, next let me roll this out and put it on the stone and start taping from there. Figures. Yep. Technical malfunction. Drop the camera, fellas. But don't worry, ladies. That foot isn't hurt. But alright. See you in the next step. Alright. Got my stone out, rolled out the dough. Then I'm making it square pizza here, not round. Switching it up a little bit. Making it square. Put it on pretty thick. I'd say it's probably, I don't know, almost a quarter of an inch, this dough, thick. So it's not going to be like a cracker when it comes out of this oven. It's going to be, you know, not Sicilian, but probably in between. You know, it's going to be a good thickness to it, to this pizza. But what I did now was I put some extra, you know, remember this fancy extra virgin olive oil? You use that all day long. Use it on anything. But threw some of that on my stone, worked it in there real good. Then I got some more flour over here, dazzled it up a little bit. Then put my dough on, rolled it out, got my cutter, you know, made my shape that I want. You can make stars, stripes, whatever you want, you know, I mean, Mickey Mouse, who knows, you know what I mean. Then I got this, you know, I used this, I say it's probably about 5 pounds, this non-stick rolling pin. Does wonders. And if someone tries to break your house, use it as self-defense, I guess. I don't know. But like I said, I rolled it out. And right now I just sprinkle a little flour on top, smooth it out. This way I can come around now with this knife. Try to do it left-handed. You know, I could do some things left-handed, but mostly I gotta do everything right-handed. But just cut a little slits in here because you don't want your dough to pop. You know, get all them bubbles and everything else, air pockets. Just helps it cook better. Just do it like that. That should be good. I didn't make a fancy crust all the way around, you know, stuffed crust cheese or whatever. It's just your plain typical. I like simple pizza, which tastes good. Here's the extra dough I got over here. I'll maybe make a stromboli or something with this later. But dough, you can freeze dough. It's good to freeze it. You know, it'll be the same. It just thaws out and everything. But what I did, I removed the pots. Remember these pots that were in there earlier, help it the dough rise, the yeast work. What I did was remove them, set my oven to 500 degrees. We're not talking a rap song here, you know what I mean? Just 500 degrees on the oven. That's what I mean. And once that's ready to go, I'll pop this in there, crispy up this crust. I don't know, say about 10 minutes. Then you add your sauce, cheese, but that'll be at the next step.